Welcome back. This is gonna be my second video on this Ford F100 custom restoration project. Make sure y'all check out my last video. On my last video, we removed the hood. On this video, we're gonna be going in. We're gonna be sanding it smooth. We're gonna be going in, pasting it up with bondo, grinding, sanding away, welding stuff, man. All of that. So let's hop right into it. So I'm gonna guide y'all through the process a little bit here and there, but I like to let the work do most of the talking. So let's just hop right into it. Alright, cut the beat for a second. Real quick, what you just saw, we brushed away all that surface rust with a wire brush, and then we went over it again with a poly stripping wheel just to get rid of all that nasty wire brush scratching. You don't want to paint over that. That's going to be visible. It's going to be a mess. And then we're also going to go ahead. We're going to straighten this edge. It's all wonky. We're going to straighten it with a little hammer, give it some taps, some love. You also see there's a bunch of craters where there was some heavier rust that we brushed away. We're going to go ahead and bondle that up. We got a fresh canvas, so cut the beat back on. Cut that beat again. For any of you who are unfamiliar with how bondo works, you take some resin, you mix it with the hardener, and then you go ahead and you patch up whatever imperfections you got. In this case, we're trying to patch up these craters, these ugly rust craters. Once that bondo hardens up, you go and you sand it down to whatever desired shape you want. In this case, we just want to make it all even along this edge, give it that nice concave curve. So, let's just hop right back into it, cut that beat back on. Alright, cut that beat off one last time. Some of you are probably confused. Some of y'all are probably talking down on the welding skills, talking about, man, them little bunny rabbit turd looking welds. Man, shut up. All we're doing here, doing a little tack welding along the edges. That's because there's a little separation along these edges. And we don't want the hood is made of two pieces and we don't want it splitting on us. So all we're doing is making sure there's no further separation. But no disrespect, shout out to all the blue collar welders, man. We ain't no professional welders, we ain't no professional painters. We're just jacks of many trades around here, masters of only a few. Believe it or not, the full saying goes something along the lines of, it's better to be a jack of many trades as opposed to only mastering one. But that's an ongoing debate for a different day. Right here, we just working on this truck. But basically, we're done with the underside of the hood. It's all sanded and smooth, ready to be painted, smooth as a bum. Moving on to the top part of the hood. This gotta be perfect, man. I think this is the biggest piece on the truck. So we don't want no imperfections, man. That'll reflect badly on the craftsmanship. Basically, what we're gonna do here, if you look at the body lines, we got rust going along it. That's because we sanded down to the bare metal along the lines, and after sitting out in the cold and in the summer, it just started to oxidize and rust over. So we're gonna have to go over it again, sand it down to bare metal. We're gonna start with a rough grit, move on to a finer grit, and end off with the finest grit. And hopefully by then, we'll be good to prime it. Hopefully there's no imperfections, so let's dive right into it. Cut another beat on, man. Now hold your horses, people. I already know what some of you are thinking. How come y'all only sanding down to the bare metal in some areas? Why don't y'all just go ahead and strip all the paint, man? Y'all gonna paint that and it's gonna look terrible. It's gonna look uneven. You're gonna see all these patches. And the reality is, no, it's not gonna look bad. It's not gonna look uneven. And I can tell you this because by the time I put this video out, we already got this hood painted, boy. And let me tell you, it looks great. It looks immaculate, smooth, crisp. No imperfections, none of that. The only reason you would have to strip it down to the bare metal would be to fix any crazy dings and dents and all kinds of imperfections like that. But we really don't got none of that. It might not look like it, but this hood is in good condition. And we're not tripping about all these layers of primer and paint. As long as you sand it down with a nice sandpaper to a nice grit, even grit, the paint will adhere, man. Trust me. If I'm not tripping, there's no reason for you to be tripping. And if you tripping, well, I don't really give a damn. Go paint your own truck if it bothers you that much, honestly. We're not really professionals in painting auto bodies and all that. My dad has a little bit of painting experience, but you know, we got this hood fully prepped. And just to recap, we went through with a wire brush just to get some of that heavy rust off. We patched up with some bondo. We did a little bit of welding. We went over it with several different grits of sandpaper. I'm gonna hit y'all with a before and after just to show you where we're at right now, the progress we've gotten done. Stay tuned and subscribe, man. For my next video, I plan on revealing what color we're gonna be painting it and be showing y'all the priming and painting process of the hood and you know, maybe some other body parts. So like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, whatever. Just make sure you stay tuned, people.